So while I'm here, when I was telling you about the breed of goats, and I was talking about showing goats, so my girls are registered with the American Dairy Goat Association. And I'll have to look this up. I should remember this. This is embarrassing. I think they recognize 8 breeds. The Nigerians are the only miniature breed they recognize. But they, so I tell people that a goat show is, think about the Westminster Dog Show, where they stand the dogs all in a line and a judge comes and tells you, why this dog is higher placed in the rankings than another goat. And so when you go to a goat show, they'll show them by breed. All the Nigerians will compete against each other, and all the Sanans will compete against each other. And then they do it by age. And so before a doe is bred, she can show as a yearling. And they'll divide it up by age group. So the 0 to 3 months old, 3 to 6 months old. Is that how it goes? 6 to 9, 9 to 12, and then 1 to 2 years old. I think I have that right. It's 4 or 5 age classes. And then the does who are bred, 2-year-olds compete against 2-year-olds, etc. And then 5 and older compete against each other. And if you go to State Fair, you can look up and you can go see the Dairy Goat Show. They have them all over the country. And I was going to say, are they year-round? But of course, they're more in the spring, summer, and fall. I can't remember a winter show. I have shown my goats at the New Mexico State Fair, the Colorado State Fair, the Wyoming State Fair, and then in Amarillo, at I can't remember if they call it the Tri-State or I think they call it the Tri-State Fair. Went there last year. And like I said, I just do it because I enjoy doing it. I like the people. I like to talk to people about goats. I went to be a dairy goat judge. You go to a couple of long day class, and then you take a test. And I went and audited it in June of 2019. And I was going to take the test to be a dairy goat judge, do it again in May, but as everybody knows, all that was canceled. So we'll see. Maybe one day I'll pass the test and get to do that. I'm 55, and I think that dairy goat judging, I think I go into and judge a few small shows every year after I retire. I think I would enjoy that. I like travel, I like people, I like goats. So people will ask me, do I milk my goats? I only have one goat in milk right now. That's Hooligan. She's right there. That's Miss Hooligan. She still has her babies on her. So we'll see. I'll probably show her. When I was talking about my son showing dairy goats, people think that we must have done it because we had some kind of issues with cow's milk, but nope, we did it because we didn't want to sell our goats. So that was our choice on that. I have made soap, and I do it every year at Christmas. I'll make a couple of 100 bars and give it to people as gifts. I have more fun making goat milk lotion. I think I don't know why, it just seems easier to me than making the goat milk soap, the lye, with making the soap, and the heat. For some reason, I just don't enjoy it as much. So, I have made goat milk cheese. I like goat milk cheese. But what I buy in the store is a lot better than what I've ever made, so that's not going to be in my skill set there. So let me go. So Dottie's here eating her dinner. Let me explain what's going on here. So Iris Inez has been away from us for, how long were you up in Colorado? March, April, May, 3 months. And Hooligan came after Iris Inez left. And so what I got going on here is we've got to establish a pecking order. So I would say Iris Inez doesn't stand a chance, just looking at the size of these two girls. Currently, the queen of my herd is Voodoo, but she's 10, and her daughter, where does Zaya go? Zaya up there. She's bigger than Voodoo now, I think. Maybe not height-wise, but she's wide. So I'd say it's a matter of time before Azalea May. And then Cooper, he thinks he's the king of the herd there. So that's the pecking order. And then as far as who's the babies over there, the Buckling and the Doeling, they don't really get into the pecking order. But anyway, so I'm going to follow Dottie. When you go to a goat show, they're looking at, what are they looking at? I'll talk about the girls who've been bred. They're looking at different things. They're looking at what they call their top line. They're looking at how they're, pretty much I would say how straight their back is. They want that body to be a certain shape. And all the features they're looking at are things that they think show that this goat is a maximum milk producer. That she's got the body capacity. That she's like broad in the front. You know, and that she's got a nice wide rear so she can deliver babies easily. They want an udder that's shaped certain ways, that shows that that udder's gonna, you know, go through many years of milking, and produce maximum amount of milk. They're looking at how their rear legs, the angle of those things. It's a lot of terms. I would have never thought there were so many details to learn, but it's a lot. So they're looking at things too. They're looking at like they'll look at how the doe walks around the ring, how she carries herself. It's if you look at YouTube, if you did a YouTube and did dairy goat judging YouTube, you could see it. And then what will happen? The dairy goat judge walks him around the ring and looks at him. He looks at him or she from the front, the side, feels of them. You want like open spacing between their ribs. And then they'll rank them, you know, first to last, and then the judge will grab a microphone and give you a few reasons why he's rating the first place goat over the second place goat. And and people's opinions are different. I think different judges have more appreciation for different features. Of course, I think my goats are the cutest, so they should win, but that's not what it's all about. So, all right, I'm going to turn. You can see Dottie over here. She's checking it out. Now, let's see if she's going to go that way. All righty, well, we'll just keep on walking on the trail here. That tree there is a scrub oak. My goats like those. So, in Los Alamos County, just, oh, here you go. Here's a nice shot of the mesa out there. You can see down. If the sun wasn't shining, you could see more that way, but we can't. That'd be a pretty good fall if we decided we'd go over the edge there. You can see the trail over there. See the trail and people's houses. Some of those folks have great views. Alrighty, well, I'm going to turn it off now. I'm going to head back and then I'll show you what I do when I feed my animals.